When is it convenient for them to see you as an Arab?
When they try to push us as we all lived in peace.
Okay.
So you were just an Arab Jew. You're an Arab that is a Jew by religion,
Yeah.
and we all lived in peace until Zionism.
Right.
Like one, Zionism is an eternal concept of the Jewish people that's always existed.
Yes.
That's why you dig underground, you find coins that say freedom to Zion in Jerusalem from 2,000 years ago.
Yes.
But that's an inconvenient truth for them.
Yes.
But again, it's like this idea of we were all living in kumbaya and peace and love before 1948.
Because you were like us, because you spoke Arabic
You're
and we
just
just
like
seen you as
us.
Arab. But that's not true.
And it's always so dramatic. It's like you betrayed us, you left us. Like you guys have been murdering, raping, torturing, like just using is subjugating us to the worst human rights possible. Not just us, but
Yeah.
Christian Arabs in the Middle East, Yazidis, Coptic people, Mandeans, Amazigh people, all of these people in the Middle East, there's this giant coalition of ethnic minorities in the Middle East that you and I are a part of. And we don't get any platform, we don't get any voice.
Right.
And I would say that sort of racist liberal people in America brush us all off as just brown and black people of the Middle East. It's like they're all Arabs.
Right.
That's the way we're
Right.
seen.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
tell me what's Arab about a Somali person?
Nothing.
What's Arab about a Sudanese person?
Nothing.
What is Arab about an Iraqi person? There's nothing Arab about them.
Yeah.
They're completely Mesopotamian slash Babylonian slash Akkadian.
Yeah.
They're only Arab by the fact that they were colonized by Arabs.
Right.
And it's like this is the whole picture of the Middle East, pretty much.
So what I hear you saying is that this strategy would primarily help with the American landscape, like American liberals here in the United States. And what do you think? Do you, because I do think that lately I've been struggling with, I'm a conservative
Hmm.
and just using liberal terminology lately
Hmm.
to defend Israel. Like I've been wanting to shift to talking about our strengths and how we've won. And when you look at all of the wars that we fought and we won, like that I kind of want to use my strategy to talk about how we're winners. But obviously, I have to attack this racial thing because I live in America and I'm American, and that's what Americans care about is this race lens. But when I think about Israel, there's so much more to Israel than the racial component.
Yeah,
There's so much more to the conflict than the racial component. I would even say that Americans made it about this racial component,
absolutely.
whereas in Israel, I wouldn't say Israelis or Palestinians view themselves as there's these white Israelis oppressing us because we're brown. Like I've never heard a Palestinian in Israel argue that way. I only hear that argument when I'm here in the United States. There's so many more policy issues and different issues that Israelis and Palestinians talk about that they're fighting over. But so all that to say, here, like the racial component really, really matters. But do you think it matters in the international world? Like, do you think that Mizrahi, Sephardic, and Afro Jews also need to be pushed to the front for the rest of the international community and not just the US?
Yeah, it's like a 12-pronged answer I have for that. I'm
Okay.
so passionate about this topic too. I could talk about it forever. Like you're asking the best possible question too, because this is what I tackle in my own content creation journey every day. I talk about these topics every single day. So few pieces. One is I didn't mention this earlier, but I think that Jewish people in America, the representation they've had for the caricature of Jewish people
Hmm.
has had resounding effects for how people around the world view Jewish people.
Okay.
So because America is the predominant place where people intake media and I would say information generally in the world, the caricature that people see about Jews around the world is what Jews have presented themselves as in America,
Right.
not necessarily Israel,
Right.
unfortunately. And Israel in general, we're just terrible at PR. Like we're the worst at PR.
Yes.
So America has had like one level up on PR on what Jewish or Israel means. But again, they've represented it, I would say 99% as Ashkenazi Jewish. So we've never even had a chance to really present ourselves as something different.
Mm.
And that has those effects. It has its effects in the UN. It has its effects even in the Arab world because people forget the Arabs ethnically cleansed almost a million Mizrahi Jews from the Middle East. There are no Jews living in the Middle East really, and the ones who do live are oppressed by the governments they're currently living on. Like I think there's 10,000 in Iran, but the IRGC oppresses them. So it's not like people in Iran know who Jewish people are.
Right.
Yemen doesn't know what a Jewish person is.
Mm.
When I speak to Iraqis, which I speak to tons now because I represent myself as an Iraqi Jew, and a lot of Iraqis who are apologetic for the fact that they kick Jews out of their country, they gravitate to me on social media. When I tell them about who we are, they like instantly want to be our friend because there's a connection there and they don't know it.
Mm.
Imagine for the last three generations, for the last 70 plus years, Iraqis growing up, Muslim or Christians, don't know what a Jew is.
Right.
Like they, even if they're Christian, they grow up praying to Jesus, or if they're Muslim, they talk about Bnei Israel and they talk about what happened in Jerusalem and the stories, King David and King Solomon. They don't know what a Jewish person is,
Right.
and the representation they have of what a Jewish person is still that Jerry Seinfeld caricature in the Middle East.
Right.
That's how powerful the image of what American Jews have pushed. It goes around the world.
Yeah.